Yo, uh, so just out of habit, I had the all right, we have it all in. Jeez, I don't know about that. Let me just see this hand. We didn't get dealt that many hands. This was obviously we had the kings, remember, and then after that we had 3-8, 7-5, a7, jack 8, and this was the 10-7 hand that I guess went all in. So let's see what happened. So he opens, he jams 19 big blinds. Huh. Was he the shortest stack? Uh, yeah, I just think it's too early position. Let me look at this again. No, I mean he is from cutoff. Here we're gonna 6. Just call. We can jam actually. Uh, I hope he bets small because we can peel once. He bets 12. Bets. I think we have to peel. Huh. Got him. So one of the things that will happen a lot on final tables, like we cannot fold that. I was just looking at how many big blinds he had bet. Like I made the mistake one time of having the exact same flop, uh, like ace of hearts, three deuce, and I had queen jack, and the chip leader bet one big blind, and I folded after defending my big blind. And then in coaching, uh, my coach BBZ told me that you have to peel. There I was just wondering, this guy is loose, but still, uh, how like how many blinds is he betting, and should we peel? Like chip EV, we would definitely be peeling. One of the reasons is that I mean, he's betting with range. If he has an ace, he's gonna continue betting. Even if he has an ace, sometimes, like on final tables, this happens a lot. Is that after the flop, people stop. Like it goes check a lot. People are scared of busting. Like I had pretty close to half his stack at that point. A little less than that, but still, that's a significant part of his stack. And we also had, on a dry board, flatting from small blind. It's a final table. Um, he's not good enough to pull a barrel there. I just don't think he is. I'm not saying that it might be the right strategy to do so. Uh, I think with an ace on the board, having Jack King suited in chip EV is a fine, you know, check back, because you're gonna have a lot of showdown on the final table. As a chip leader, I think he can lean on us. He shouldn't do this into the chip leader, unless again, like, it depends on his range, but like it depends on his hand. But if he's just like playing the same range or opening the same range that he would generally, this is just going to be pretty bad for him. Like, I called it from right up top. As soon as you open, don't open into the big blind. Now I know their stacks aren't that, you know, they're not that different, but he's opening from late position. This guy's a big stack. Um, it's just not gonna work out in the long run. It's just gonna be very spewy. So he could have had a genuine hand, and so we don't know. But I would tighten up and sharpen up that range that opens into the big blind quite considerably. I'd chuck out a lot of hands that are chip EV open. I think it's fine to just get a record of this hand. My feet are hurting. Not from poker. Definitely not from poker. This will be a fold for us. Yep. Huh? What happened? He opened, he called. Jams, he calls. Hold up. Wow. Wow. It's a pretty optimistic jam. That's wrong. Don't do that. Jack 10 into. Well, this guy's the same stack as ours, and yeah, I'm gonna mid open this. This is a very decent hand to have. Yeah, I don't think he played that well at all. That's all we need to do. And just mark him as someone who, this is the opposite of, there's the one I have where it says you can run bluffs versus this person. This is the one where you can't run bluffs. And chip leader, what is the chip leader doing? He raises 3x. Okay, he just keeps calling. He just, okay, I think we stick to 2.5. We've been 2.3xing mainly. This we cannot fold to a 3-bet, to a jam. Although with this stack, yeah, sorry, but I just can't. We'll show him that we playing tight, yo. Yeah, man, we had the better one. The power of Prison Mike's game on the final table and how tight it is very underestimated. What is this? This is close. I'm not sure. I'm totally not sure whether we should have defended that. Oh man, actually that's a 3-bet fold. It's a 3-bet fold. Again, we have a really bad combo. Okay, I'm gonna mark him as somewhat ready. Again, that should be just a pre-flop. I saw or 3-bet. We open on the button, right? Folding. So again, I think the mistake there is pretty. We can 3-bet fold there. We can defend, I guess. I'm gonna mark the hand and go over it later. Wow, what happened there? Jeez, some coolers. 10-9 offsuit. It's gonna fold. Wow, man. And he had pretty good equity. Yeah, this is stupid. Uh, I think he still needs to bet bigger. Uh, did he check the turn? Did he really check the turn? That's even mind-boggling. That just boggles the mind. There's so many outs. He has a lot of outs. For a board, he does have the bottom set, and one of his, um, I mean, the other guy still has two outs and uh, the higher flush. I don't know if this guy had a club in his hand, but I think it's just good hand, no value. Kind of like how what we did with our kings. But again, I don't know. We'll have to check whether that was correct or not. You can see that none of these players are playing well at all. Uh, Sky is not a good player. Sky is not a good player. These guys are somewhat tight. Uh, Sky just bluff caught versus chip leader. Holy, holy. So it's not the fact that he turned the K3. That's fine. Uh, it's uh, it's the fact that he he could get so much value plus protection because he doesn't know that the other guy has queens, right? The other person has a range. They opened from early position. I don't know, like what the positions were. Anyways, just looking back at that hand, uh, and what happened here? Uh, this is not a bad bluff actually. It's not, that relevant of a hand. Here, okay, yeah, he was early position. Yeah, so he has a lot of this in his range. Um, man. Uh, gonna just fold. It's one of those hands that it does make money. It looks like it doesn't, but it does make money. Um, I don't know about file table though. I think it's fine fold, given how the table is playing. Uh, a lot of like just defending. A lot of stacks going back and forth. Couple of bad beats. Uh, or we'd be down a couple more people. You see how passive it gets on the flop, post flop, and then there's a think if he has like another poor combo, this is a pretty good bet. If he has an ace, this was pretty poorly played. Um, Yeah, he soaks up the board on the flop. On the turn though, like nines is gonna call the turn and river as you can size up to pot on the river, or and he's gonna be pretty indifferent. He should be pretty indifferent to bluff catching. Uh, or you can uh, bet two streets of slightly smaller sizing where he's after checking the flop he's going to be more likely to still call, but I think it's going to be a little bit more uh, it's pretty simple to calculate actually. uh, it's rather simple. Whoa, whoa, glad nothing got hit there. Raise or nothing. So let's say the pot was 3,000 and he bet 1,500. So he bet half pot, and let's say this guy calls. Let's just say like it's a fine table. There are certain factors. Let's say he calls. So 3,000 is in the middle. If he bets 1,500, what is he winning at that with that bet 1,500? Whoa. GG. So he's gonna call 1,500, let's say. Uh, let's say 0.75% of the times. So on the turn, the guy is gonna win 1,125, and let's say he bets again. Now the pot is 6,000. So he bets 50% again. Say, so he bets 3,000. Here we're gonna open. So he bets 6,000, and let's say he's gonna bluff catch now 0.666. Oh. 0.66% of the times. So yeah, we kind of fucked that hand up. I'm going to take this to the side. I think we can just I don't want to 3-bet that hand. It's either a fold or a call. I think call makes sense. So 3950 plus what was the other? It was so basically about plus 1125. So 5,000 chips on average, and let's say they keep checking and the pot remains 3,000 and he bets 3,000, and let's say this guy calls. We gave him pretty liberal calls there, so let's give him like 0.65. So you can see the big difference in betting large right on the um, right on the river versus two bets across the streets. Okay, you double up. Oh, that's risky business. Stacks are pretty condensed. Yeah, the ace jack hand, I'm gonna mark. I think it's fine. It's just about whether or not we peel the flop bet or not. What is going on? I'm gonna obviously not gonna open into. Where's that? Display. Display. And let's look for that ace jack hand. And tag it. Tag it. Tag it. Okay. More min opens. It's jammed by big blind. Folds. The other guy calls. We haven't really done much in this tournament on this file table. Something a little bit more polarized. I might. Nah, not from that position. Not versus these players and the way they're playing. Yeah, that's not even a call. It's a fold. Like, it's a tremendously bad call. Tremendously bad call. Now he should be like, he can just like go on like opening and betting, opening any hand, betting any amount with this two big blind stack still there. This, he shouldn't do that. Should just give him a walk. Although their stacks are similar where he can leverage, but there's a two big blind stack, so the guy who has the bigger stack is always going to have the threat of busting the other guy. I think that ace deuce is just a pre-flop fold. I might be wrong then. This sure is. GG. For a fifth, but not really. I mean, like 23, 37. I mean, just got two big stacks here. What's up with the payouts? Pretty decent up top. Pretty decent. So you can see that just gotta just chill out on the final table, man. People displaying too many hands. Ace jack open and then call versus a 20 big blind stack when he's at 24 big blinds is just suicide, in my opinion. Um, okay. Uh, Wedding. Uh, Wedding. Calling. Nice. Uh, 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 Fold. Ouch. Yeah, it's still a fold. Like I said, this guy's gonna make mistakes. He did run good to busting a couple people. Uh, Although I will admit that to win tournaments you do have to run good. But again, you can check the final table strat. It's very, very easy. I got fourth in the high roller. Went back to the lab. You know, did a session with BBZ. Figured stuff out. Figured a spot where we should have done something quite extraordinary. And then the last hand was a cooler. I think still that felt it was like kind of like B plus. This so far has been like A minus maybe. That's not a big difference between B plus and A minus, right? But there is like at the margins on the final table for sure there is. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just gonna call here on the button. Size it small. We haven't called. And we're gonna bet after tanking a little bit and then just give up. I think this is an open. Alright. That's alright. How are we 3 or 4? Oh, there are 3 stacks that are same. I'm just gonna click this button again to make people play a wee bit tighter, thinking that, at any point there might be a deal. I'm also gonna open chat, see if anyone's talking in the talks. I'm not gonna take a deal, by the way. Alright, we're gonna slow the game pace down a little bit. Especially when we're about to enter a new big blind. Because it irritates them. Up to 60 maybe? No, this is fine. We're gonna use every tactic we possibly can to get these opponents to play suboptimally. And one of them is to kind of make them a little bit like anxious. Everyone wants to go home. You know what I mean? Okay. We're gonna tank check here. Can double barrel too. And I think got decent showdown. Huh. Okay. That's a blind versus blind hand. We can't do bad. I'm just gonna fold. Like a biatch. Still fine. If he opens, we're gonna flat. If he opens, we're gonna jam. Here, we're gonna raise it up. We've got similar stack sizes. I'm interested regarding this hand. Uh, so these are not hands in his range. Um, I'm gonna jam. Wow. Wow. Lucky us. That hand has to go in here and analyze. We had the gutter ball. She just bust. Oh no, manga. Alright, we're still the chip leader. Well, we'll see. Alright, I'm gonna pause it for now. Uh, no, no, we're not. I'm not even gonna probably take the deal. I'm gonna wait. Well, it's not the fact that, well, it used to be like, everyone had the 5 minutes. So what I would do is like use up all the 5 minutes and not decide anything. That would really put people on tilt. Anyways, let's just see what happens. If the ICM doesn't work out, we'll come back.